Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to update 2 on the Blitz Takom Panzer III Aus M. As you can see, I've actually got the red oxide primer down on the kit, so we'll have a look at the textures what we got. And I say I've actually done a bit of the hull inside, just a quick weather and nothing spectacular, just creme it's the AK stuff, interiors for German tanks, which creme wise I think it's called, and then just a bit of chipping. That's about it really, because you're not going to really see it, but I thought may as well do it while I'm there. And the texture actually has come out quite nice. If you can, here we are, that's come out quite nice in the rolled steel. It's going to work quite nicely, that. Quite happy with that. Yeah, so that's all basically the same on the hull as well. As you could, I had a finger mark on there, so I just sanded it out so it's white like that. But yeah, you can see texture again of the rolled steel, which I'm quite happy with. And the lower hull, I only put it on the front and back, so I only put it on there and on the rear again. So, and that's on the Shertons as well. There we are. There we go again. So I'm quite happy with that. All the wheels have been primed, and the review, because I have no tyre black, I'm just going to continue using the Vallejo black grey. So I started off doing the wheels, and obviously the other colours are going there, but I used one of them circular things that you, well, I'll show you, I can't remember what they're called now. Brain dead as normal, mate. There we are, one of those. Let's use one of those. So I got the nearest one to it. Sprayed it with the black first, with the black grey first, and then I went inside with the oxide primer again, and then I just tied it up on the outside. But I'll do it obviously with the main colour eventually. That's a good base to work from. So I've done that on the wheel itself, and even on the return roller as well. Where have we gone? Where are we? There we go. Even on the return roller as well. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to give it 2 coats of hairspray, and then I'm going to give it a grey coat, a German grey underneath, because I've had a look around, and so far I've found that there were always red oxide prime which came out of the factory, and then they were painted grey, and then they had the camouflage pattern as well. So that's what I'm going to aim for. I've done the insides of the hatches again, they're just roughly done. I haven't decided if there's any figures going in there yet. Probably will be, obviously, to go with the diorama of it. So I've done 2 of those on the hatches. Made a start on the tools as well. Got the base colours down. They need all finishing off, obviously. The actual already made. So basically the actual kit is completely built up, obviously, apart from the obvious bits. Sorry, line my mouth out there again. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this 2 coats of hairspray, and then going to use the Dunkel bed base, just not the dark base, just the base for the grey primer underneath. I may put a little bit of highlight on there yet, I'll have to see when I've done it. And then I've decided to use this set of paints from Life Colours, which is the German Tanks set 1, and it's got all the colours that I need there. So that's what I'll be using for the camouflage pattern. I think that's about it really. Nothing else to say. Well, my only complaint about this kit is, well, it's not the kit itself, it's the booklet, the instruction sheet. It's so small, I can't even read it, even with my glasses on. The colour call out is so small. That's my only thing. It's so small. We should make them a bit bigger. And see, I'm going to attempt to do this one here. That's what I'm going to attempt to do. So we'll see how we get on with that. See what happens. Right, so I'll go away and do that. And next time you see it, it'll have the German grey colour on there as well. So I'll see you soon. Right, back again, gents. As you can see, I've now got the German grey down, which I used from the I can't remember where it bloody out now. Where's it gone? The German grey, the modulation colour, that's what I used. And where have I put the blooming thing? Oh, it's right in front of my face. I mean, friends with dynamite, I wouldn't have enough to blow my cap off. I just used the base colour out of that. That's all I did. Just used the German base colour on there, which is AK 163, which is German Dunkelgrau, sorry, 163. So it's come out quite well. Still got I think the texture is going to work actually by looking at this. It seems to have taken quite well. It's not smooth now. It looks like something there. I know something's going to be hidden by the skirts, but I know it's there. No, you people, sorry. No, you people know it's there. Oh, it's coming along nicely. The upper hole again. It's got a texture you can see from the back there by looking down it, and the rear. Same as the front. It damaged the headlight on the front. I don't know if you can make it out at the moment, but there's three wires coming out of the damaged light. If you can quite see that. Yeah, this needs coloured and obviously weathered and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but that's what I just do. That slight damage. I'm toying with the idea of bending a couple of these fenders just slightly. I see the texture again on the glacis plate. Oh, quite happy, and I've did all the side skirts, everything's primed grey, wheels, shirtons, even that's got to come out quite well as well. The light, you can see it better really, can't we? It's got a slight texture on there as well, did on both sides. May not use all the shirtons yet, undecided, but they're there to be used. Wheels are all done with the grey primer. I've been messing around with the exhaust and I've got to this point so far with it. No pigments, just all paint that. I think the white needs just slightly dulling down slightly, but I might just put a slight rush wash over that towards the end. That's come out quite well. It just needs a slight dust wash, rust wash just to slightly darken that white. Although there's a lot of white on burnt exhausts. And you can't quite make out at the moment, but I've put a touch of base colour onto some certain points where the heat isn't generated as much, and there's a little bit of paint left on the, you know, the neck of the whatever this part is. So, but yeah, it's come out reasonably well. Quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. And everything else is primed, so skirts again, they're all primed on there, all done. So I think that's about it at the moment. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to spray this with hairspray, and then I'm going to use the live colour paint which I said I was going to use, which is here, which is this live colour set here, German tanks, World War II, set 1, and I'm going to use the Dunkelgelb out of that, which is RAL 7028 UA 204, so that's what I'm going to use on that. Never used live colour on it I sprayed it yet, I've never used it, so it'll be interesting to see how it sprays. So that's it at the moment, so I'll get back to you when I've hairsprayed it, and might not hairspray, I don't know, I'm undecided yet. Whatever I do, I'll tell you when I get back. For the I've got the camouflage pattern to sort out as well, which was on the it's for the, I can't even read it now, 4th, writing is that small, even with my glasses I can't read it. 4th Company Panzer Regiment 15, 11th Panther Division, Kursk, 1943. So that's what I'm going to go for. Hopefully that one there. There we are. That one there with the green and the slight red around the outsides of the main pattern. Try my best to get something along those lines. Right, so finish here and we'll get back to you when I've got the primer plate, that's the base coat down. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll catch you very soon. Right, ladies and gentlemen, back again. As you can see, I've now put the German grey from the German grey set, which is the base colour from this. I used the Dunkelgrau AK163, which is the base colour, which is you can see. There we go. Dunkel base. Nice big sprays, lovely. I have no problems with AK paints or any paints, to be perfectly honest. I've never come across anything that hasn't actually worked. But saying that, I'm going to use the Life Colours for the main colour, which is from this set here, which I don't know if I've showed you or not, I can't remember. I probably have done. I'm just going to use this paint out of this set here. I have their own finish, so hopefully it'll work properly. I could see no reason why it shouldn't. Right, so as you can see, we've got the German grey on, and I'm quite happy so far with the texture that I managed to get on the turret. You can see it there. It's come out quite well. On the sides, and there's on the stowage bin, around the hatches, on the top. I'm going to check about the cupola, which I haven't done yet. I'm not too sure. They'll presumably be cast, which I'll have to go back into and sort that out. But yeah, generally speaking, I'm quite happy. Quite happy with that. Got that ticket, so you can see the text now on it, the texture on it now. So that's the that's the turret, and again, I'm sure that's just the extra armour. And on the actual main hull itself, the top, see again, you got that texture all the way around where it should be. And again on the sides. And the lower hull, I didn't do the very bottom of it, I just did round to where you're going to see again where we are. We get into it as well. There we go, a little bit on there. And on the front, texture. So I'm really quite pleased that's how that's working out at the moment. So I'll just pop these back on here so I can keep them all in the same place. As I say, I've done all the extra bits on here as well. They're all coloured as well. There's the texture again on that. And also started doing a little bit of work on the wheels, things like that. I've done a sort of just gone so far with the wheels, damaged them a little bit, nicks out of it here and there. That has to be chipped in the centre yet, but quite happy with those. So I've done all the wheels for that, so because it was too hot to spray main thing, so I just sprayed those, but it was too hot otherwise to spray the main colour, which I would have done yesterday, the day before. It just got too hot. I started on the jack block. That's done, nearly there with that. That's come out quite well. Tools, which I'm going to start on as well, which are here. And I watched the channel, I don't know which channel it is, I can't remember now. I think he does a lot of builds for VMS, which is the Polish company which does all the pigments and things like that. And on here, pointy stick or something. On most plastic armour kits with the fastenings for the Pioneer tools, see the end of it here. I don't know if you can see it quite close up. Sort of under my finger, sorry, under that finger there. I've drilled that out and made it into a square hole sort of type thing to represent the buckle instead of just a blob of plastic. So we can't really see it that well on that one, but it is there, I can assure you. Let's just go and see if I can find the other one that looks a bit better than that. There we go. That's a better one. On the axe, you can see that, drill that out and made it look a little bit more respectable. The tools aren't quite finished yet, but they're not far off. And see the armour plate again on here, on the extra plating again. You can see we've got that nice texture on there as well. So I'm really happy with that. Been working on the exhaust as well. Where we are. This is just about finished. Not quite, but not far off. It's just about finished. So we've got the see the little remnants of the yellow yellow on there. Just where it hasn't quite got to the heat. Quite pleased with that. Let's get my hand behind it better. You can see it better than, can't you? And there again, I've got a nice texture on there as well, which I'm happy with. It's gone together quite easily. I've got the seam right out of it, and you can quite see there's no seam now down there at all. So I'm really happy with that. No pigments on there at all, so all paint. But there, see they go underneath. I've got just finishing is where the little grey bit is. I'm just going to add a bit more stuff onto that. But even though you're not going to really see it, but I want to add it to it anyhow, so that's where we are on that. I think that's about it really. So the next step will be, obviously, I'll be using the light colour paints for the main colour, the main base colour. It'll be only a light coating to start with. Yeah, I think that's about it at the moment. So I shall carry on with the little bits and pieces first, and as soon as I've sprayed it, and we'll come back, and then we can start thinking about how we're going to do the camouflage pattern, which is going to be, I've showed you before, but I shall show you again. Is this one here, with the green and the brown on the outside of it as well. It doesn't look too difficult to do, famous last words, but we'll give it a go, see what we come up with. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll see you very soon again with the base coat. So catch you soon. Greg signing off. Right, back again, ladies and gentlemen, with the next part of the Panzer III build. I got carried away again. I said I'd come back when I'd done the yellow coat down. Excuse me, just going to have another drink. My mouth's being really dry today for some reason. The noise behind is the fan keeping me cool. Right, so I won't show you what I've done so far. Well, the tank will go back, but I'll show you what I've been doing to the all the stowage and wheels. And so I've been looking at a few pictures and I actually found the tank I'm building, which is 421. A few obscure shots of it, but there's some of them with the carrying a barrel with fuel, presumably fuel will be in it and things like that. So I've done that. Weathered that up as well. Bit of chain as normal. Weather, so lift them to the side. Weathered the wheels. They're all finished now. chipped the tyres, the exhaust, the fuel pump to take the fuel from the barrel. On there, and we have spare tracks are done. There's more wheels. Pioneer tools are done. Camo netting the tracks to finish later on. Chain. And I've just finished making a rear stowage rack as well for the rear. I noticed one of them had it, so I just made it out of old sprue P frets and balsa wood and some of the Meng bolts. So that's the obviously this is the masking in there at the moment. Rough and ready, but they weren't there to win a beauty contest. They're all bolted in at the back, so that'll sit at an angle like so on the back of the tank with the stowage in the back. So obviously it needs weathered and chipping and whatever yet, but the base is there to work on. Right, so we'll get to the main part of the build. With the weather as it is, it's really dusty where I'm at, so I've had to keep this in this box like this, which is a great idea, which I picked up from Paul's Military Models. It works really good. So let's, without further ado, let's see what I've got to. I'll just take this off there. As you can see, I've got the they're all done, and I had to change the colours because the lacquers, I could spare lacquers better than with the weather as it is. The acrylic just kept drying on the tip, so I changed to the AK stuff, real colours. Which I wanted to try the real colours out, the life colours, but I'll get a chance again, I'm sure I will. So I've just roughly copied the picture I've got plus on the instructions. So there we got the 3 colours, all freehand, no masks out like that, so that's out the way. On the hull, which again is done, looks a bit garish and bright at the moment, but I'll be all weathered down. The back and the front. It's gone quite well. The actual turret. Green looks really green on the screen, but yeah, I'm sure you can assure it's a lot darker than that. There's no marking. I didn't do the camouflage really on the sides because obviously got the skirts around that, so I wouldn't have thought it'd be camouflaged. I thought I would have sprayed the shirts, and it could be wrong, but that's the way I look at it, and you can't really tell in any pictures at all. So that's the turret, and just a lower hole just at the back and the front. Nothing too exciting there. And then we have the skirts for the for the turret, which is there, and all the little bits there as well. That's to be placed on shore. We're going to weather the inside of these as well as the skirt shirts, and we're going to weather them all, make sure they're all just need tidied up a little bit, but I'm generally happy with what I've got so far. So I'll call this the end of update 2, and I will start with I'll put a gloss coat on shortly, and then we'll put the decals on, and then when I come back for the next update on update 3, we'll have the decals on, and then we can start the weathering process. So I'll pop that back on there, get them all out of the way, get them all from getting dusty. Pop that over there just for now. So yeah, so I think that's it. All I've got to show you at the moment. Nothing else. Nothing else. I'll probably use. I might even use the stencils actually. I'll use the decals for the number 421, but I think I'll use the decals because there's only one cross that's on the rear side of the unit marking. It's only one there is on that one on 421. That is a red are the red with a white trim around the edges. Let's have a gander. It looks at the decals, to be perfectly honest. Let's have a look, see what they're actually like. I've never used Takom decals before, but one would presume is they're oh yeah. Yeah, they've got white in between them as well, so they're not bad. I may use the decals, we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. If I did use the decals, obviously I'm going to put a gloss coat, not all over the tank, just on the actual parts where the decals are going to go. So, which is on the front of the front of there, and the front of there. There we go. 421 on there. It's on a bend, so that I might not be able to use the unless I can get it to bend these stencils. But yeah, that's basically what we're going for towards the end. Is that? That's what we're going to try and achieve along those lines. And saying I found a few pictures on online as well. The only complaint I have about this instruction manual, a little rant before we go off, is I can hardly read the chuffing writing, even with big glasses on. You know, that's really zoomed in quite a lot on the camera, and you can just make them out. You know, that's my only issue with this kit, is the instruction manual. It could be bigger, but especially the colour callouts. So that's it then. So we'll go away and do that, and then we'll come back for the update 3 on the starting of the weathering of the tank, and then we can switch away then to the diorama as well, which we've got to make here. So I build a tank, weather it or want it weathered, and then we'll work around the tank will work into the diorama. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll see you very, very soon.